Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you. So, today's topic is kindness is a strength. Is it? So, before we go into it, if you want to listen to this, अगर हिंदी में सुनना चाहते हैं तो आप इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑप्शन में हिंदी लैंग्वेज सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. So, what do you think? Kindness is a strength or it is a weakness? Or it is often misunderstood that kindness is a weakness, but it is not like that. To be kind requires inner strength, emotional stability, courage, forgiveness. I think many qualities you need in order to be kind. And kindness is actually our natural instinct. But we live in a world where we think that we have to be tough, we have to be competitive, and we have to do hard work and all. We think that that is what is success, right? But on the contrary, it is very different. What success is or what happiness is the more kind you are, you will find that you will be more happy. You will be more experiencing freedom. There is sense of purpose in life. And we'll explore that. But before that, let's do a little bit of a reflection. Right? That whom do you think is the kindest person whom you have met in your life? Right? Who is the kindest person whom you have met in your life? Think about it. Mhm. And then see also that what was that act which was carried out, right? Through which you felt that kindness. And also now observe that same individual. Do you find that individual weak or strong? Right? So, kindness is a strength. How? Like, say, for example, publicly someone criticizes you. What will you do? Publicly, someone has criticized you in front of people, right? What will you do? Will you become angry? Mhm. Will you feel bad at that time? Right? There is, you want to teach that person a lesson. That feeling of revenge comes in your mind, or you stay calm, or you keep mum, looking at the situation and smiling to yourself. Right? Which one is weak? sign of weakness and which one is sign of strength, right? Not reacting, right, is is a sign of strength, right? Responding patiently, listening to that individual and wait for a moment when I can respond, right? Not having anger, because that is a sign of weakness, isn't it? So, kindness is a strength, right? Because it is very easy. Someone says something to you and you do tit for tat, it's very easy, right? And that shows the person is weak, right? But the person responds to that situation, don't gets frustrated or don't yell back, right? Then it is a sign of strength, right? So I would say that kindness has actually mainly three powers. One is the power of understanding. Many times we will find that when someone does something wrong, what we do? We say, why this person is doing like this, right? But if so what is to understand is hmm, why this person is behaving like that, what is going on. If you see it in a different perspective, you will try to understand the person. There could be some situation because of that person is behaving like that, right? So it requires so there has to be power of understanding to evaluate a situation and put it into a right context, or put it into um, like seeing it in a positive way, or seeing it positively, right? So it requires an power of understanding, and that's where kindness will come, right? The another power is power of patience. Okay, when the parents keep on telling you the same thing again and again with respect and dignity, it is patience, right? They are waiting that one day the child will understand and will follow that, right? Similarly, maybe a teacher mhm, with students, if students does not understand anything and teacher explains it again and again and again, patience, right? Power of patience. And so act of patience is also kindness, right? And the third is power of forgiving, because when we don't forgive, what we do? We have a feeling of resentment of someone that did something wrong to me, right? And what is resentment? It is like a charcoal, which is warm, which is burning, and you are trying to give it to someone else and make them also feel that pain, that suffering, right? So resentment is that. But what power of forgiveness is that whatever that thing is, situation is, I forgive. Not so forgiveness is not that I forgive the person who made a mistake or who did something wrong, but I forgive actually my own self. I relieve that individual with open heartedly, truly, that whatever has happened, it's okay. Whatever you have done, it's okay. And release that hurt, release that bad energy which I am holding on to myself and making myself free. Right? So, kind act of kindness is using forgiveness. Right? So, mainly, if you use these powers, you will find that that hmm, you are kind. And kindness is nothing like it is not that, oh, say, for example, you and your friend went for a walk and mm, and the land was little uneven and your friend fell down and had a sprain in the ankle and is hurting a lot and you really help your friend and take him to emergency, right? That is an act of kindness, right? An act of kindness naturally happens when you know someone, right? It is very easy to show that kindness because you know that you will be received well in that way, right? The way whatever your intentions are, it will be received by that, right? But imagine if you are walking alone, right? And in during that time, you find that someone else, 30-year-old, someone who is jogging and doing exercise, and comes around the same uneven land, falls down, right, and hurts himself or herself. And you may say, oh, are you okay? Right? But then you don't act on it. That is not an act of kindness, right? Right? Because many times we think, oh, and many times we don't have that kindness because of multiple reasons, right? Because you assume that individual is young and maybe the impact is very less. Maybe that person is not hurt that much, so you would not like to help because there is no need to give an hand, right? So there could be multiple reasons why we don't show our kindness. And the less I know about the person, what I do, the more assumptions I create. And it could be very far away from reality. And so maybe sometimes you are not able to show that kindness, right? Because on one side, kindness is a very beautiful feeling of helping one another. But on the other side, many times we feel, especially with unknown people, you will feel that what they will say. Maybe you extend your hand and they may say, oh, I don't need it. Right? And you will feel that, oh, maybe I will, how they will respond to it, right? But you will always find that when there is an act of kindness, if your intentions are pure, if you are doing it in a very altruistic way, you are offering someone, you are doing something, you are caring about something, you will always find that it is always bringing benefit to others. And they also reciprocate in the same way. Okay. So, why I am saying that kindness is a strength, it is like a tree. Okay. Like if it is a very old tree, a very strong tree. And when the storm comes, a strong wind comes, what will happen? The old tree is not able to bend and it breaks apart, right? But at the same time, if there is a bamboo tree which is there, whatever strong winds are there, a storm could come, but what it does, it will bend itself when there is a strong wind. And when the wind goes away, it will again stand straight, right? So kindness is there. Kindness is where you have the strength, but also along with that strength, there is also humility, right? So it is both the qualities which are required to share that kindness. And why I had to be kind? Do you want to feel less anxious? Do you want to feel happy? Then the more you do the kindness, you will find that the more happier you will be, right? Because kindness is also backed by the science. It is said that there is sympathetic nervous system and there is parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system is activated when there is fear. So when you are flying high, so there is a risk, or so during that time, that parasympathetic nervous system gets kicked off. And the sympathetic nervous system is when you find that someone needs compassion, someone needs mercy. And so that kind of situation creates sympathetic nervous system, activates sympathetic nervous system. So when you act with kindness, both the systems gets activated. So so you will really experience that inner joy, inner happiness. Along with this, when you perform an act of kindness, you will always find that that you release this hormone called oxytocin. 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 What it does? It makes you more happier. It makes you feel more loved, more secure. Okay. And so it releases automatically. And it's a very beautiful feeling. And that is why you will find that very small act, if you do, like, say, for example, crossing a blind person, a road, a very small act, that act will also give you happiness. Someone who is hungry and you have given that person a food will give you that will release that oxytocin, right? It could be someone is thirsty, you are giving them water, or someone who is looking for something and you show up and you help them, right? It will release this oxytocin. And not only when I perform that act of kindness, I will feel it. Because one who performs that kind of act of kindness, that person is going to feel it the most. But we have seen that when other people also see that act of kindness, they are also inspired, they are also motivated, and their oxytocin hormone is also released. And so it creates kind of a chain reaction. So you will find that that individual, one who has observed an act of kindness, will do a smaller level of act in his or her life in that day, because that person would be inspired by it, right? And I think the kindness is needed the most at this time, isn't it? And so have a big heart and see wherever you can extend your help. And you can show your kindness through three things, right? One is through your thoughts, right? Through your feelings, having good wishes, having pure feelings for others, hmm, is that you can serve through your positivity, your optimistic feeling. So that is one way of sharing this kindness, right? And so, what is kindness is nothing but where someone is struggling, you bless them, like, right? That may you be peaceful, may you have courage to do it. Saying something very nice, encouraging words instead of discouraging words. Many times we say that, right? Casually, especially with our blood relation and connection, because we know them really in and out. So we think many times they want to do something good, they will try to get acknowledgement from you, and you will say, oh, you are not going to do it. I know you will never be able to do it. So these kind of words we should not share, right? So have those feelings where you are blessing someone, right? That kind of words should be there. So one is have pure thoughts and feelings, right, for others. Another is words. Whatever words you speak, what you have to be aware about. Whatever you are saying, is it truth? Mm. It is necessary and it is uplifting. So if you consider these three thoughts, these three words, that are they, whatever you are saying is truth, whatever you are sharing is encouraging, right? And whatever you are saying is necessary, then if you speak those words, then those are uplifting words or words of kindness, right? And what is act of kindness? Hmm? Hmm. Someone who is hopeless, you give them hope, right? Someone who is discouraged, hmm, you give them encouragement. Someone who needs some help, you extend your help, right? And those are very small, small things. And these are nothing but act of kindness, right? So I can use this kindness through my thoughts, through my words, and through my actions, right? And so I will conclude with one story here, and then we'll go into meditation. So there was a lion, okay? And that lion had a mercy on the rat and let go the rat and did not make the prey and let it go. After many months, hmm, a- the hunter came to hunt this lion, and there was a net which was spread around, and the lion was caught into it, and this same rat which was around found that this lion is in the net and wants to come out of it. And so the rat helped the lion. It cut all the nets and made the lion free. Right? So the moral of the story is that when you perform any act of kindness, it never goes waste. Right? So never think that what if I am doing it, no one is looking into it, no one is appreciating it, it will come back to you. I just have to keep on having a big heart, keep on performing that kind of an act. And when people see that kind of an act, definitely they will also get inspired and they will also change. So you can actually change the dynamics of the situation, of the circumstances when you act with kindness, right? It requires strength, but it can bring a very positive impact to the situation, to the environment, to the people. And that itself is a great service, right? And more importantly, that when you perform act of kindness, you will feel happy. If there is an anxiety, it will become less. Blood pressure will become low. You will feel more happy. You will feel more lighter, right? And so you will feel extremely good. And for that, I should do it. Because, right, everyone is well aware that we want to feel happy and all, right? We want to feel good. So when I perform an act of kindness, then I will definitely internally, truly, I will be happy. Sometimes we try to be happy, or we try to see that kind of movies or serials to become happy, but when I perform this kind of an act, and genuinely when I'm really helping someone, and the blessings which come from the other individual whom you have helped, that gives you that kind of contentment, that happiness which you cannot get it from any other task, any other act, right? And again, there is a science, there is a research which has been carried out, that when you stay happier, then you prolong your life. You can live, if you live happy life, then you will live life maybe 7 years more than what you were supposed to, right? So without kindness, you cannot be happy, right? Because it's a very beautiful feeling which you create, altruistic feeling which you create, and that brings joy and happiness. And so it is very important for your own personal health, right? And it is also equally important for the people around you, and and also you can create that impact to the world too, right? So you are serving yourself, you are serving the surrounding, and you are serving the world by having this act of kindness. Okay? So are you all inspired? Hmm? And so keep an aim that, okay, I want to do something. I want my life to be meaningful, right? Purposeful. And when I perform an act of kindness, even start with your blood relation and connection, and then it can extend out to anyone, right? To an unknown person, maybe at work, maybe at friends, with colleagues. Anywhere you go, you can always show that act of kindness, right? And that's where you will see the whole purpose of life will change. Okay, and the world would be a better place to live in, right? Which to a certain extent it is not, right? But I have to make that shift. I have to take that first step, right? Even though that could be a small change, but yeah, you are contributing to it, and that will give you a great sense of joy. So with this, let's meditate. Om Shanti. Sit relaxed, be comfortable. Make sure your back is straight. Arms relaxed, feet completely grounded, and sit in a relaxed, comfortable position. Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. I am a peaceful, loveful being. I am a hopeful being. I have good wishes and pure feelings for my own self. And each and every day of my life, I live with that hope to make my life better. And for that, I genuinely act to bring positive results. I am kind. I am understanding. I have forgiveness. I live my life with patience. And I strongly believe that when my intentions are pure, then the outcome is also positive. Visualize a sparkling light at the center of the forehead. And this light is a light of peace, a light of joy, a light of kindness. I am a soul who understands the feelings of the self and the others very well. I am genuine and authentic. And I believe that life is for giving sharing and caring. The meaning of life is to share and care. Sharing and caring allows me to experience true feeling of love. I am a being of love. Love is power. And when I nurture myself with peace, with patience, with kindness, I bring inner strength, inner stability. I recognize myself with these divine qualities of peace, happiness, and love. Seeing myself as a peaceful, loveful, happy being, I see myself with dignity. I truly respect myself. Having this beautiful feeling for the self allows me to extend this same feeling to other fellow human beings. So bring into your thoughts family members, friends, colleagues, and have very positive, pure feelings for them. May you be peaceful. May you be happy. May you be loveful. Share these elevated feelings with these souls whom I interact. On a daily basis. share these beautiful feelings genuinely. And this is comforting those individuals. Continue to radiate the light of peace, love, and happiness. Now bring those people whom have challenged you in your life, created difficult situations in your life, have tried to hurt you. Seeing myself being peaceful, loveful, and kind, I forgive them for whatever they have done. I don't hold any resentment for them. I still have good feelings for them. I let go whatever they have done to me. Having a big heart, I let them be free. Because I understand that releasing them from my life allows me to be free from them. Whatever I am holding, those heavy feelings, bad memories, by forgiving them, I am releasing that bad energy. I am powerful because I am compassionate. I am powerful because I understand myself better. kind hearted, because I don't hold any negative feeling about anyone. I promise to myself that I will always have good, positive thoughts for myself and for other fellow beings. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Okay, so have these feelings, and hmm, and talk to yourself in this way so that you maintain that energy, right? And so you can act with kindness, and which people really need at this time. Okay, any questions anyone has? Then you can write it in chat. Anyone has questions here? You are okay? Okay. Okay, then we can conclude here. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope to see you again next Tuesday with another topic. Okay. Thank
Thank
you
you so
and good
much.
night.
It was
Thank
very
you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Bye. Thank
Om
you.
Shanti.
Om Shanti Bhai, thank you.
Thank you.
Om
Thank you.